Today we're going to be covering communication issues. That could be an invalid interceptor config, no communication with the distribution unit showing no devices, or interceptor not connected depending on which software version you have. Any type of communication issues, we're not going to recommend you doing a software update. Software update is not going to solve any communication issues. When you get a communication issue, you're going to see a blinking red exclamation point in the middle of the screen. What you're going to do is you're going to go into the menu, you're going to hit menu, and you're going to see system information. You're going to follow that arrow, you're going to select it, and then this is a system information page. Everything that's connected to the system on the communication bus is going to be shown here. Select the main bridge panel, and it says invalid interceptor configuration. That means two things here. That would mean we either have an uneven pair, so one interceptor is not seeing the other matching pair, or there's 0 interceptors connected to the system. If we go back to the system information screen, you'll see that right here we only have a main grid panel. So that means that we're most likely not seeing anything from the distribution unit. So we need to take a look at that IBUS cable, and the IBUS cable is the cable that connects from the distribution unit and runs up to your bridge panel. You're going to want to disconnect the end that connects into the DU first, that's down in the bilge area generally. Take a look at the pins, make sure there's no corrosion and no damage to the connector. Plug it back in if it looks good. Come up to the connector on the backhand side of your main panel, check those pins, make sure the connection's good, and plug it back in. If it doesn't solve your issue, then you're going to want to try to get a new IBUS cable to troubleshoot this. You then can plug in that new IBUS cable right over the deck. You can bring your bridge panel back down to the cockpit of the boat, plug it in. If everything comes back up online, that means that your IBUS cable has been damaged, and that cable will have to be replaced. If it doesn't work, then you're going to want to go to the distribution unit. So here, set up in our workshop, is our testing bench. As you can see here, the quick connectors have been taking it off so we can do this quicker in the shop. If you get to replacing that IBUS cable and it does not fix your issue and you still see no communication with any interceptors, what you're going to want to do is come down to the distribution unit and remove your interceptors one at a time. Take a look at them, plug them back in. If everything looks good, great, plug them back in. If you see bad corrosion or pins damaged, if the pins are damaged on the servo itself, then that servo would need to be replaced. If there's damage on the pins internally on the DU, you can use an alternate plug. So if you're in the ones, you could switch over to 2. Just make sure that that other interceptor that you have is matched in the 2 and 2, 1 and 1, or 3 and 3 position. So they always have to match the position they're in. At that point, if everything looks good and you still have an issue, what you're going to want to do is disconnect one interceptor at a time to see back on your panel if your interceptors start to pop up. Every once in a while, there is a bad servo in the system that can corrupt the CAN bus communication, and that will cause issues. If you find that one servo is corrupting the CAN bus, that servo will need to be replaced. The other type of communication issue you might find, especially a system that's in the field and has been working for a while, is an invalid interceptor configuration. What you're going to see here is the fault will look the same in the middle of the screen, blinking. You're going to go into that menu, follow your error. And in this situation, we could see here that we're showing the main bridge panel, and we're also seeing servo unit P2. So the port servo is showing in the system. That's telling us that the system is getting feedback from the distribution unit now. So there's no issue with communication from the DU up to the main panel like we previously spoke of. We are getting good communication, but we're only seeing one servo. So that's why the panel is throwing a fault. It's looking for its matching starboard 2 servo to match that. So here what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to down to the distribution unit and take a look at that S2. Since it's not seeing the starboard servo motor, we're going to take a look at that S2 servo, pull off the cable and take a look at the pins, inspect it, make sure all the connections look good, and plug it back in to see if it comes back up. As you can see here, the port servo motor is plugged into P2. That's the one that we're showing. In the starboard tube, there's no servo attached. That's why it's throwing errors. So we're going to plug that back in, you'll see that servo most likely pop back up. But there are also cases where that unit will be plugged in and they'll still have an issue. So what you're going to want to do is remove it, the one that's not showing up. Take a look at the pins, make sure all the connections and everything look good, no corrosion, plug it back in. If it doesn't pop up at that time, then you can try an alternate port here. You could test it in port number 3 individually to see if it pops up at that time, or you can move the servos to 1 or 3 positions. Just make sure that they're balanced when you make the swap. If the unit does work in an alternate port, that means that that port on the distribution unit is damaged, and the distribution unit will have to be replaced at that point, or you can operate the system in the alternate port if they are available at that time. The easiest thing to do here when you have one servo showing up and the other one not is you could also swap leads if you have just a pair of interceptors, one on each side. So you can literally take the port one and starboard one and swap them. Once swapped, if that servo that wasn't working now works in the alternate port, that means that that port is damaged in the DU, and you can use them in an alternate port position, whether it be 1, 2, or 3. Just make sure they're balanced. If the error follows it when swapping, that means the servo unit is bad and the servo will need to be replaced. One question we get a lot is if the Zipwake panel is not powering up. Really simple way to troubleshoot this. What you're going to want to do is take that IBUS cable. This is the main cable that plugs in the back of your Zipwake control. And you're going to want to get a voltage meter. And what you're going to want to test is the pins. There's a positive, negative pin. We'll put the diagram up for you guys. And you're going to want to test for voltage coming out of this IBUS cable that plugs into the back of your panel. This is going to let you know if you have good voltage coming out of the cable running up to the helm. If you don't have good voltage, then we need to work our way back towards the distribution unit that's down in the bilge area. Once you get down to the DU, you're going to have that IBUS out cable on the far left-hand side of your DU, and you're going to remove that cable, and then you're going to test the pins coming out of that port and make sure you have voltage there. If you have voltage coming out of the DU and not good voltage coming out of the other side of the cable, your IBUS cable is most likely bad. So you're going to need a new cable. If you don't have voltage on the IBUS out, it could be to a blown fuse. So you're going to go back to your fuse holder, check your 10 amp fuse under the waterproof cap. You're going to test it with your voltage meter. If you have good voltage at the fuse holder and the fuse looks good, that means that the DU is bad. You're going to have to replace the DU. If there's no voltage there, you're going to have to work back even further, and that's when you're going to have to check your main power feed, whether you have a 15 amp inline fuse or your breaker and your main breaker panel. If the fuse is blown, put it back in. Make sure everything's cleaned up in there. Put a new fuse in there, you should be good to go. In a situation where you test the IBUS out first and the panel's not turning on, you do have good voltage on your IBUS cable. That's most likely going to tell you you do have a bad panel, so you will have to get a replacement panel.